All right, welcome back to the Young Entrepreneurs Bible, episode 3. Today we are here with Daniella Garza.
Hello.
Um, Daniella is a influencer on Instagram and TikTok. She's also a student here at UT. And so today we're just having her on to kind of talk about what it's like to be an influencer, how she sees I guess you could say similarities between influencing and entrepreneurship, and how she's going to incorporate entrepreneurship into her future career as an influencer. So it's very nice to have you. It's
Thank
very
you
nice
so
to meet
much.
you.
It's
Thanks
an
for coming
honor.
on.
I'm so excited.
So I guess my first question for you is, how does
Alrighty.
it feel to be Instagram famous?
This is a really good question because when people bring it up to me, I'm just like, wait, what? You kind of like forget, especially having like somewhat of a following for years. But it definitely is so exciting for being someone who's like so social, loves talking. Like it's so nice to kind of like meet people, especially online, and to kind of just like network. It definitely has helped me with my career right now, and it's just like so much fun because I love meeting new people. I love social media, and I just like love being able to be creative and be myself on there.
So I guess just for everybody out there, how many followers do you have on TikTok and Instagram?
This might not be exact.
I lost track.
Because I don't look at that, but Instagram probably like 58, 56K. Honestly, one of those. I don't really look. TikTok 160 some K question mark. I
Damn.
don't know. Something of that sort. I don't know.
And so you were telling us earlier, but could you kind of talk about the story of like how you started blowing up and what happened and how did it feel?
How did it feel? So I can
Yeah.
definitely talk about TikTok. I've always been someone who's like love editing, love showing like my personality on social media. Like I think my family overall we just love social media, and I think on TikTok, of course, like I started off like cringe doing like dances, trends, whatever. And then I come to college and I'm like, I want to do a day in the life. Like when I was in high school, I loved looking at other people's videos and seeing like their day in the life in college, especially like I loved looking at UT content. And so I wanted to be that for other people in high school. And to this day, like, I've met so many freshmen, so many girls like younger than me who are like, I've seen your TikToks in high school. Like you've inspired me and so on and so forth. So, when people started coming to me and telling me that, I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to keep doing this. It definitely just like motivated me. And definitely freshman year when I was living in the dorms, I was like, let me just take advantage. So I got me and my roommate, I was like, let's do trends, let's do dances, let's do day in the lives. So from then on, freshman year, I was like, and also another thing to point out, like I was scared of being cringe. I was like, ew, like people are going to see this, blood, whatever. And then I realized like successful people go through that cringe phase. And once you get out of it, it's just
Totally.
like, you're gonna be successful. Like just think about like celebrities, business owners, like they've all had a phase. And when you get out of that phase, it's just like success comes to you. You just have to take a risk and like be cringe, I guess. So when I decided to just like not care about what other people have to say about me, that's when just like success started coming. Opportunities came, so many opportunities that I'm so grateful for.
That's
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah, one thought on that. It's almost like when you try to grow your hair out and it looks kind of mid for a long time.
or your facial hair.
Or my facial hair patchy, edit that out. But
Yeah.
but it takes a while for it to get going, and I can kind of resonate with that. By the way, she's also a real estate agent, and we'll get into that and how your social media has helped you with that. But for me, I've done a few cringe things myself, but in the end, people are hating, they're beneath you. So
Hey, I'm up.
yeah.
We're
Anyway,
up.
I wanted to ask, you said you did a lot in the dorms. Were you big in high school, or did that like accelerate your growth, or what was like the first big video, or was there like a moment where you just like went exponential?
Oh Lord, here we go. Okay, well, I didn't mention Instagram first of all, so just to like briefly talk about that. In high school, one day, sophomore year, don't know why, I just started getting like thousands of followers. Every day. I was so confused. I kept telling my friends, like, what is it? Like, I barely was posting, I barely was doing anything. So definitely that was just like me getting really lucky. So I literally went from like 5K to 30K within like a month and a half for some odd reason. And then from there, I just like slightly grew, but nothing too crazy. But okay, you asked like a post or something. Instagram, it was like here and there, just a few posts that blew up, like 50K likes for no
What's
reason.
the most liked video or TikTok or anything that you've ever posted?
Oh, on TikTok, I had a few that reached like 100 and some K. But those were like, just like me being
Likes, right? Not,
likes, yeah, views. I don't really like look at that, but yeah, 100.
have you hit a milli?
I don't look at views. Maybe I have. I need to like go through my TikTok because I
Dang.
don't know like statistics like that. But yeah, definitely it was just me like getting out of my comfort zone on TikTok, especially freshman year. I'm like, you know what, let me just do it. Let me dance. Let me do these trends, and you know, it worked. And yeah, it was random videos basically.
Just to transition,
Okay.
as an influencer, as somebody that just kind of found themselves with this mass following, how have you thought to leverage that, you know, socially, I guess you could say, financially? How did you start doing things
How
like
did
that?
I start doing that? So I'm also, I didn't mention, but on TikTok, I'm like, okay, I have somewhat of a following, like, let me join the creator fund. Because also, to preface, I have a sister, her name's Gabby, and she's also, you know, TikTok girl, Instagram girl. She's amazing. And she was on the creator fund. So she told me about him, and she said I had enough followers. So I'm like, oh, like, let me do it. So I've been on that for like 2 years, and it's like good, fun money, nothing crazy. But, and I've also on Instagram, I've never been the type to like want to keep doing like sponsorships. Like I wanted my account to be more personal, more authentic. But then I'm like, with social media, you can do great things. You can do just so many things with social media. And one of the big things that I did that was just so phenomenal was work with Hulu as their student ambassador. And because of that, I was able to go to all of the concerts at the Moody Center because like Hulu sponsored them and it was free, and I had phenomenal seats. So I was able to take my best friend each time, and we saw like Justin Bieber, George Strait.
Who was the best concert?
Oh my God.
Harry Styles too.
Oh, Harry Styles too. That was great. I would go between Justin Bieber and Harry Styles, but Justin Bieber was, you know, I'm a fan. I've always been a Bieber.
Belieber.
What's your favorite Harry Styles album?
The very first. Okay, I barely started getting to. Actually, no, the latest one. I don't know what it's called.
Harry Styles? I hate that one. I'm sorry. I
Harry's
like the
House.
first one and the second one, but I wasn't really a fan of the newer one.
Okay, yeah. The new one is very like fun vibes, whatever. I was not a fan of like Harry Styles, Taylor Swift. I love like more upbeat, hardcore like workout songs. That's my type. But my
nice.
roommate, she's getting me into it. But yeah.
Nice.
So I want to touch on you said creator fund.
Yes.
How does that?
What is that?
What is that? Honestly, I don't even know what that
Really?
is. Yeah, no.
Okay. Honestly.
And how do you get paid?
Okay, so the creator fund is based on just like how big how the engagement on each video. So basically you get paid every day. I think that's how it works. So yeah, every day you get like a few cents or whatever based on like how much engagement you got on like total of all of your posts. So like if one of my videos got like 100 and some K likes, that's worth like $7 or something of that sort. Not on the top of my head, but that's how it works. It's just like based every day how much engagement you're getting.
What's the most you ever made in one day?
Yeah, I think like 20 to 30 somehow, because what I like realize on TikTok is like you just need to continue posting a lot. Like I don't just post once a week, whatever. Like if I'm gonna post 5 at the same time. You know, not all of them are gonna blow up, but like that's gonna be your best bet.
So how do you find the time to film all of these?
You just got to make time. And the good thing about this is like, I also genuinely enjoy this. I love like making videos and just being creative. So for me, it's also fun. It's not like me forcing like, okay, get up, like go make a TikTok. No, it's just, I enjoy it so much. So I'll do it if I get ready, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything I can do.
Do you do batches? Like where you'll do like, I feel like there's two kinds of ways to create content. Like one is like what you're saying, just kind of steadily have the camera on you all day, just like documenting things as they come. And like personally, my style I like better than that is like choosing a Sunday where I just go off for like a good 2 hours. I'm just like switching polos, get a good hair day. I just switch polos, record videos, and then send them to my editor guy who just stitches them.
Okay, like
just so I have enough for like I make like a bank of whenever I have like a good amount of time.
So you
I
like
do
pre-record
your
videos. Okay. I've never done that. Yeah, I just like kind of go whenever, like on my time, whenever I want to do, whenever I have the time. So it's just like whenever I want, honestly. Cause this to me is not really like a job. Like, okay, it's a Sunday, you know, create all your content for the week. It's more, I mean, but I really admire that. It's like so awesome. Like, I wish I did that so I can obviously like produce more content for my accounts, but I kind of just like go on my own terms. But luckily I've been able to have that time throughout the week.
How often do you post now? And would you say you're like, are you actively trying to get more followers, or how have you been able to just like maintain your base and not atrophy like through not using it if you haven't?
I try, actually, like that was my goal for the new year, is to take advantage of like my accounts, like do the most. Like, you got lucky, you have these opportunities, and more can definitely come if I continue to try and put in the effort. So definitely I've been trying to just do more every week, but I'm not like, you know, too hard on myself. Like, let's go get it. I just kind of like go with the flow of things and do as much as I can.
So what other partnerships have you done? You said Hulu. I know personally you did one with Dive Chat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was just like
Group Me, right? Is that them?
That's their slogan.
It's them. Yeah.
Shouts out Kyle and Greg.
Yeah, I had a friend who works with the Instagram, so he just like asked me. It wasn't anything too crazy. The thing is that like I used to be someone who was so like stubborn. Like, I did not want to work with people because like I said, I wanted to be authentic and personal, not just like full of sponsorships. But then as I grow up and I'm just like, wow, like opportunities, like I said, come from social media, especially in our generation. And now I'm starting to like be more open to do it. So definitely a lot of like smaller brands have reached out, but now I'm just starting to be more open. So not that many as of right now, because it was recent that I started to be like, okay, like, you know, be open to it and whatnot. So hopefully in the future, more opportunities will come where I will be able to like work with other companies.
How does that work? Do you get like a DM and it's basically like, hey, Daniella, we love your profile.
Yeah.
Do you think, and also second question to that, do you think that these, I guess you could call influencer recruiters or whatever, do you think those are personalized messages or just copy and paste and change the name?
Ooh,
I can tell you personally, they're copy and paste.
Because I do a lot of copy and paste in like, I'm sure
okay.
in a lot of things. So it's like, it seems like that would be the most efficient way, but I wonder how. I've never gotten hit up for like
work with us.
Yeah, like
yerba mate
or Red Bull or anything.
Yes, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, all of them are through DM, and for a lot of like smaller brands, I can definitely tell it's like robotic and definitely copy and paste. Like, they're just sending this like a mass text. But for like Hulu, like it looks more like personal. I'm trying to think of another brand that I worked with. I also worked with Alani Enu. They sent me like all of their stuff and whatnot. So it's really nice. Like, I love getting free things. That's why I'm like, you know, just be open for it, and all that. Awesome. But yeah, a lot of copy and paste, I would say.
So you were talking about how you want to be authentic with your brand.
Yes.
What are your plans to, you know, continue building your influence, building your personal brand while maintaining that authenticity? And then how do you plan on kind of establishing that financially?
Okay. Well, I want to go back to Hulu because I remember when we were like the student ambassador, like 2 people get chosen for every university, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I remember what I really liked about them was that they told me like, we want you to be authentic. Like, we don't want this to be like everyone does sponsored posts nowadays, and that's awesome. Like, everyone's getting their bag. I love it. But I love that they supported like, hey, do post something that you would normally post, but, you know, include like the Hulu plan that I'm trying to promote. So for me, like I said, I want to keep doing sponsorships, but if you start doing a little too much, and it's going to start to like look a little fake, I guess. Like, okay, you're just like doing this for money. You don't even like the product. And me, it's like, I want to actually like the product if I'm going to work with you. And Hulu, I love Hulu. Like, who doesn't? So definitely that one was like an easy one for me. But I just think like moving forward, like I have that boundary for myself. Like, if you want to work with me, you have to allow me to be me. And I mean, you have to allow me to be myself is what I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like setting that boundary in the beginning. And then like, if they don't support that, then I easily won't work with you.
I guess one of the things that I struggle with personally with content creation is creativity. And it seems like you've gotten good at coming up with creative ideas. So do you have any tips on that?
I just simply get inspired like on my For You page. Just I live for day in the lives. And to be honest, like I love like romanticizing my life. That's kind of like what gets me going through my day. Like, okay, waking up at 6 a.m. with my coffee. Like I do whatever it takes to, get me through my day. So for me, I'm able to be productive by, doing those day in the lives. That kind of like force me like, okay, like have a good healthy meal, work out, do your homework,
That's interesting.
so on and so forth. And that actually like helps me. Like I'm like my most productive obviously when I do those. But fun fact, I told y'all like I love like editing and photography, videography. So when I was like in middle school, I used to do like Vine edits of like celebrities. So
Yep.
that definitely like paid off to this day because I love putting together videos and just being creative in that way. So I love to participate in like trends, just following whatever's like, on my For You page kind of.
Yeah, I have one thing to say about that. I think you're saying if you record a video of day in the life and you're putting like the wake up at 6, eat a healthy meal, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Either I feel like I do a lot of those things whenever I make day in the life, or I do certain kind of things on social media, and I don't do it just because I want people to see, but I think it's a hidden benefit. At least personally, if I post like a day in the life or I'm gonna make a video, it forces me to go do the actual like when I was doing 75 hard, once I publicized it, like there were moments where I was like, dude, like screw this, like I don't want to do this anymore. It's tiring. I have to wake up at 5. I have to work out twice. To drink out of this fucking gallon, whatever. So I was kind of tired of it, but then I realized like I'm 40 days in. It's plastered all over my Instagram. Yeah,
and everyone already knows. So
I would go out to the bars with my brother and just be sober and just walk around, and people would be like, "Hey, are you still? What are you doing here? I thought you were doing the." I'm like, "I'm sober tonight." It was just like people were holding me accountable.
Oh yeah.
Beyond, it was like having a whole net of accountability partners. But I think there's a balance to that where like you shouldn't do it just to like look good on the gram. And honestly, I would feel like a total piece of shit if I was like lying about like it's 8 a.m. and I'm like, oh, waking up at 6 and like the sun's clearly up. You're like,
no, most definitely. Yeah.
You gotta be true to it, I think.
Oh, most definitely. I also have, like I said, big social media girl. I have like 4 other accounts because I'm just crazy. But one of them that I truly love, one of my favorite accounts, is like called Daniella Wellness. And on there I post like all my goals, beauty, day in the lives, just everything that I love, all on that account. And so I literally put all my goals for 2023 on that. So like everyone can hold me accountable. And it's so nice. Like I get DMs like, oh, you're inspiring me. Like I have the same goals, whatever. So definitely just putting it out there on social media motivates me. Like, okay, I already told the whole world that I'm doing this, so like let's go. So one of them is like I want to learn Spanish or be fluent, so
un poquito.
So I'm on 45-day streak on Duolingo, so nice. We're getting it done.
And you post that?
I post that on my story. I'll like update them like, guys, like 40 days streak, so it's really nice. All right,
let's do the rest of the interview in Spanish.
No, not right now.
I'll put you both to the test.
I went to Spanish class today. It wasn't very
fun.
Yeah.
I had one question that popped in my head is, what does your screen time look like as an influencer?
Ooh.
24 hours a day.
Okay.
Let's see. Take it.
No, I already know. So one of my goals for 2023 is like, okay, less time on social media because it's so easy to get like overstimulated. And I told you I have like 5 accounts, then TikTok, then all these, other platforms. And it's so easy to just like get lost in it. And one thing about me, it's like I still continue to try to be present, enjoy the moment. But it can be hard sometimes when you're just constantly like worrying about like posts and content and so on and so forth. So yeah, my time, like literally the first week of January was like, okay, 5 hours maybe, which is not bad. But now
it's not bad at all.
It's not bad. Oh, okay.
I'm at 6 hours a day. I'm at 6 hours.
It's 3:24, you guys. No, let's not get fooled. But I get my business like for leasing.
Yeah.
It's all on Instagram. So I think I just like took that goal out. I'm like, girl, you need Instagram. You need it. I get all my clients on there. So definitely for my leasing business, whatever, it's all Instagram. So it's really hard to not be on my phone. Especially if like I want to reply to clients right away so I don't lose them.
Yep.
I have to be on. So Instagram, definitely on that. 4 hours.
Dude,
You know,
I struggle with
I'm
that. Look at this,
curious.
4 hours 19 minutes
here we go.
daily average.
I'm
You know, I struggle with that, but
scared.
what I find myself on Instagram, and just for the viewers' context,
Yeah.
Daniela and I both work as leasing agents in the real estate field here in
Yes.
West Campus in Austin. And yeah, 7 hours for her, damn.
7 hours.
But
She's
Just-
just busier than us, bro.
yeah, for reference, she just gets more
This is
money.
business, this
She's
is business.
she's getting her bag up, but it's for me like 70 to 80% of all the business that I get, probably even more, is literally straight up from Instagram.
Me too.
So, but the thing is, like, I don't. This might be bad on my end, but like, I mostly use Instagram as a business tool, and I'm kind of proud of the fact that I never really get lost in like, or very rarely go down like a 3-4 hour rabbit hole of just like watching random reels and like destroying my brain.
But TikTok though. Are you on TikTok?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Really?
I will go down a rabbit hole.
I
on
stop
TikTok.
myself. I watch. I'm kind of a nerd. I watch like educational stuff on YouTube instead, and I get like science videos in and a bunch of That's kind of like what entertains me. But for Instagram, like I'll post and like I won't go to like the discover page or whatever it's called, or like scroll too deep in my feed because I'll get like sucked in. I'll just post and like get out, answer my DMs and get out, and that's kind of how I avoid myself going down like a 6, 7, 8 hours a day, or like I'm doing work and like I
He's coming at me, guys.
I'm just saying, like I think for me, some people can function like that, like 7, 8 hours a day, but like for me, I feel like I just can't do it. And I've tried. Like I know that my business is mostly Instagram, so I'm trying to like engage with the audience and like people's posts, comment, do things like that. But for me, it's like that's kind of my strategy. Just go in the pocket, jab, and get out.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do.
Yeah, that's definitely what I try to do. Like in my opinion, like Instagram's getting kind of boring. But it's just the fact that I have so many. I know.
Desensitized.
Sorry.
Shit,
Maybe
I'm
we should know
sorry.
that. But it's just the fact that I also, another goal of mine was like, okay, be active on your other accounts. So like I said, Daniella Wellness, that helps me just like have my life together by posting, all this like wellness stuff that I love so much. So I try to be active on that. I'm very active on my leasing, active on my main, and then I have like a disposable one, whatever. But it's just TikTok.
The Finsta.
The Finsta. Maybe, I don't know. But TikTok.
With the Drake line?
Yeah,
What's
what
your
is it?
Finsta? I want to know the real you.
Yeah.
Hit the dance move.
But I was going to say on the TikTok, I go down a rabbit hole. But the thing is, I don't feel that guilty. I mean, no, I feel guilty for being on it for hours. But my For You page is like wellness, like, investing, real estate, workout, meals, whatever. So it's like, it feels like I'm watching like a YouTube video, educational. But I use it for like educational purposes. Majority of the part, I mean, of course, I like my dances and whatever here and there, but
That's educational too.
It's educational. Like I'm learning, how to have my groove on. But yeah, it's definitely something I need to work on. But I will give it a TikTok for allowing me to learn so many things.
So I had a question. What's your major? What are you studying?
Okay, so I'm studying communications and leadership, and then I'm minoring in business.
And what were kind of your, I guess, before coming into college, your post-grad plans? And now that you're in college halfway through, where do you see yourself after you graduate?
Okay, so I would say like when I was a junior, senior in high school, like that's when I began just having like an interest for real estate. I don't know what it was. I think I watched like Selling Sunset. Unfortunately, like Selling Sunset it glamorizes. My dad always tells me it's like real estate's very glamorized on there. Like, are you sure you want to do that? Whatever. But I'm like, I know with real estate, you have to network. You have to work with people constantly. It's very hands-on. And that's something that I love. Like, I love creating new relationships, being able to help someone. It's so rewarding. And so I knew that that's kind of the direction that I wanted to go. Also, I had like a family friend who is just like, bossing up with Austin real estate. And she is like my mentor right now. And she's doing amazing. So she also had the same major, same minor. And then I decided, during COVID, I was bored. I'm like, you know what? Like, let me start my real estate courses. I'm like, why not? So I'm so glad I did that because I knew my future self would thank me, like, just get out of the way. So I got that out of the way senior year. And then I took my exam this summer. I passed it, but my plans were I want to be a realtor. I want to stay in the real estate industry. Right now, like you said, like I'm a leasing agent. I love it so far, and it's going to be a great transition. It's not the same as being, a realtor with houses and whatnot, but definitely like a good transition. With this experience, like I'm learning so much. I'm networking, and yeah, and I think like later on down the road, maybe like having my own brokerage would be, a dream of mine. And also I'm already saving up because my goal after senior year is to have my first investment property.
Nice.
I've been saving up since when I first got, like right before I became a freshman at UT. So definitely want to stay with that. And then also my parents, they just started kind of doing real estate at South Padre, just like flipping condos, and being able to be in the background and see that and just see how like rewarding it is. Like a lot of hard work into that, but so rewarding. It just has inspired me so much with the opportunities that come with real estate.
That's awesome. I guess for me, it's like very different with the industry that I'm in. So I have a software company, a freelance marketplace online. So business is very different for me. Instead of using Instagram and TikTok, well, I mean, we do use Instagram and TikTok for our marketing purposes, but for me, personal networking goes a lot further on LinkedIn. So I have virtually no personal online presence on those platforms, but I use LinkedIn a lot. And I feel like LinkedIn is only right now for commercial real estate. I don't really know if it'll transition to that side.
It's very different, to be honest.
Is.
I've kind of seen a little bit of both, and it's very different.
Well, speaking of, like 2 days ago, I just reached 500 connections. But I feel like I just haven't.
Nice.
So rewarding.
We'll connect after this.
After this. But I just feel like I haven't used LinkedIn like that. I'm also trying to like find something to do in the summer. Like I want to work with like a brokerage as like an assistant. I want to, shadow someone, whatever it is. So I've been looking for that. I don't know if I've been looking for that on LinkedIn, just like been on Google. But yeah, I have LinkedIn still.
With I guess for your summer plans, do you want to work for some sort of brokerage that is commercial or residential?
I think I want to do residential. I know like commercial is great, but I think like I want to work with houses and that stuff. So I've always been interested in that.
What does your dream house look like?
I first of all, I love Austin. I want to stay here after college. I've always liked it for some reason. And I have big dreams. I'm a dreamer. And for me, my dream is to live like on Lake Travis. Like I've seen it. I've been to one before. I'm like, this is exactly what I want. So in my journal, I'm like, here we go. Like I'm going to do that. And speaking of that, in my journal, in the summer, I wrote down, I'm like, I'm going to work in the company Housing Scout. That's the company I work with. I was like, I'm going to get a job there. I'm going to be number one. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And all of that has came into fruition, and I'm so happy. And I'm a big believer in goals and writing it down. So I definitely have I'm going to have a house on Lake Travis. So stay tuned in the years to come.
I love it. So
Awesome.
You said a dock, right? You got a dock and a boat at your house.
Oh yeah.
What else do you have?
Jet skis.
Infinity pool. That's
pool.
what we have. Stairs, movie room, gym. We're going to have it all over here.
3 stories.
3 stories. Why not? Like, we live this one life. Like, just do it all. Do whatever you want to do. And that's what I want. So we're going to work for it.
Law of attraction?
Law of attraction.
Yeah. I honestly really do subscribe to that belief.
Yeah.
You just manifest something enough. And I think there's 2 sides to that, though. You can't just be an idiot and manifest and not do anything to actually get there. I think it's a 2-part equation where you have to believe in it through the manifestation, but you actually have to execute on the doing side of things.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with entrepreneurship. Like anyone can have a cool idea. There's a bunch of, go to any party and the dudes will be talking about oh, I want to start this, or at the end of the night, everyone's just giving ideas out, but no one does anything about it.
Yeah,
and it's the execution side that.
Yeah. It's what are you going to do about it? Yeah. You can say, I want this and I want that. I want a house on Lake Travis. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to get to work. I'm going to get to work.
Do it.
We're just going to do it. So, yeah, I think execution is a big thing. I should have executed sooner because, long story short, I saw one of his videos right before I came to college, and it was this is why you should get your real estate license, whatever. So I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like I want my license. Like I want to get into this industry. But I was so scared. I think I even like typed out my message like, hey, like I want to get in this industry, blah, blah, blah. Like what's some advice or what can I do now? Because I wanted to get started. I'm telling you, like I'm ready for this. I think I typed it out and I was like, oh, like I don't want to.
Should have sent
like,
it.
I'm scared. I should have sent it, but that's okay. Yeah, but and then until I got my real estate license, like I was just like ready to get going, and from then on, I was like, I can do it, and I executed, and we're still executing, and we're never gonna stop.
Do you see yourself as an entrepreneur?
Yes, well, kind of.
What is an entrepreneur to you?
I mean, like someone who creates something, create a business, a product, a service. And I would say I'm somewhat of one, but I think like in the future, I would want to create like my own thing. I don't know if like being a leasing agent or like having my own brand. I feel like I'm like an independent employee. Like I already have my own brand and my own service, but then I forget like I'm working with my company. So it's just like a different story. But somewhat, I don't know how I could answer that.
I think I saw a YouTube video where it's like a French word or something that it's basically derived from someone who grasps opportunities. It's not,
Okay.
a lot of people think it's like, I'm a business owner, I'm this, like, and
Yeah.
I guess in some ways that is an entrepreneur, but to me, and kind of what that definition is, it's like being able to see an opportunity, to have vision about an opportunity, being present and having like the willpower, the guts to go do it. And like entrepreneurship is about taking chances and grasping things that are in front of you. And I think like an example of that would be like you realize you're blowing up, you're thinking, okay, this is a unique circumstance, I'm going to grasp this
Yeah.
that's in front of me and embrace it. And obviously now it's done wonders for your real estate career, which
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the plan all along, but it opens doors for you. And it's like, it takes an entrepreneurial spirit to say like, am I afraid of posting these videos? Yes. Am I afraid of like failing this exam? Yes. Am I afraid of not being able to balance school and this at the same time? Yeah, but I'm going to go and try it because that's what entrepreneurship's about.
Most definitely. Okay, then now that you say that, I would consider myself one because now working like leasing and real estate and doing all that, like I want to take every opportunity. Like I want to take those risks because like I know it's going to benefit me in the end. If I just decide to get out of my comfort zone and do the things that used to scare me. But yeah, that's a goal of mine, and I'm still continuing to like get better at it because of course at times I can get scared and shy away. I remember like just having like starting my leasing account, Instagram, I was like, oh, I'm scared, like this is cringe. But I'm like, I don't care. And I start posting, I start like promoting it on my main account. And now, like you said, like majority of my business is from that leasing account. So I'm glad that's working out. And I hope to soon get as like good as you where you're able to post videos. I don't know if I'm ready to like, record myself talking, like I don't know.
Or like rapping.
Rapping.
Yeah,
I saw.
check it out at least for that. But
Wait, you have a rap?
That's
Because I
a
saw
perfect
leasing with Leo.
he made a rap too, and so did Joaquin. I was the first one to do it though, and
Really?
Yes, everybody. My girlfriend was telling me it's crazy and like cringe, but she supported it.
Yeah.
Everyone was telling me like, no way, you got like I got a full videographer with like a $3,000 camera and everything, and we had I had like 5 different recording locations. I remember I was by like on Guad and like 28th or somewhere, and there was like an alleyway with like graffiti, and I had my brother's Beamer, and we were like recording, and I was on the hood like rapping it.
But
it was insane.
That's the corniness that we're talking about.
Yeah,
But it works.
I was recording it. And I was getting to this. I was recording it. And I was sitting on the hood of the car, and the way you record the music video is you like go over the entire song at each location, so that way like your mouth is synced and they can clip it up.
Yeah.
Transition, whatever.
I think I heard one recent, and it was like clips of you like on your computer. It was like recent. I don't know if I saw the whole like video
No,
thing.
that's
That
a
was
different
another
one.
rap.
That's a different one.
Another
No, this
rap.
is a full video.
Variations.
This is a full 3-minute song. It's called "Get the Rates Bussin'." So check it out. But
guys, stay tuned. I'm on the come up.
No,
my
but
rap
I was literally
career.
on the hood, and I remember there were like groups of people passing by, and I just had to like, like just do it and like not be phased or embarrassed of people literally like walking right in front of me, like kind of like pointing like
loser,
admiring, laughing. I don't know what they were doing, but I just had to keep a stoic face and go for it. And like,
yeah.
And even like after I got the finished product, I was about to click like post, and I thought like I'm gonna get so much like
Shit.
This is gonna make waves, whether they're good or bad. And you know what the thing is? No, I think there's no such thing as bad press, and I think there
No.
might be a little, if you do some like crazy shit, yeah. But like posting a video like that, like it had like 200 sends on,
Yeah, we're
which
like,
which
"This
is a
cringe."
lot, which is a lot for like a video
No,
that's
I'm
3 minutes
sure
long.
like once they sent it, they're like, okay, now I'm gonna lease with Ed. Like after seeing
Yeah.
this video, I'm gonna lease with him.
Yeah,
you guys
whatever.
should do a song together.
We collab.
Do you sing?
I sang. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't.
We'll do
know
it
if
in
I'll-
Spanish. How about that?
In Spanish, guys, stay
Bad
tuned
Bunny.
for Spanish. Bad Bunny,
Un
real estate
reggaeton.
rap.
Um,
Some reggae-
So, a lot of people think being an influencer is easy, right? A lot of people shit on being an influencer. There's a lot of misconceptions about
Yeah.
it. What would you say to those people, and how would you address those misconceptions?
Definitely, I will like preface that like I feel like there are influencers out there who this is like a full-time job, and definitely for someone who's I'm like a student, I'm a leasing agent, and I do social media a little bit, but just as it is, it's tough. Like, editing and whatever, it's fun for me, yeah, which makes this easier. But it definitely is not easy, especially like putting yourself out there, having to like have the mental strength to, take on anything what anyone has to say. And just kudos to anyone who is an influencer who does social media, because it's not easy putting yourself out there. But for me though, like I said 100 times, like it's fun. It's fun, and I think that's why I'm at an advantage, because I like doing this. I like putting, videos together. Definitely does take like some time, and it's something I'm still working on because I want to post more, and I just lack that time at times. But it's not easy, and yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
So, I guess just to pivot a little bit, you're from the Valley,
I'm
right?
from the Valley.
956.
956,
I know.
baby.
I know.
A lot of people that aren't from Texas don't
Yeah.
know what the Valley is. To be honest with you, I didn't know what the Valley was until I came to
Yeah.
UT.
Well, when I tell people the Valley, like, oh, California, I'm like,
Exactly.
no, girl, no. We're 5 hours south. I literally live 10 minutes away from the border. So yeah, cute,
Same.
small area. And I'm thankful for it. At first I used to be like, oh, the Valley, like I'm trying to get out. I'm a city girl. But I look back and I like cherish those moments. I'm like, I'm so thankful, for growing up in the Valley.
What
Taught
is
me
it?
a lot.
Matamoros?
Yes, that's near.
Tamaulipas?
Where-
Which
Yes.
what part of the Valley are you from? Because it's very large.
I'm
Browns,
Westaco.
West
So
Dakota.
that's
Where's that?
like the middle of the Valley, I think. I don't even know.
How often, if ever, would you go to Mexico?
Honestly, I used to go as a kid because my family, my entire family, like we would go like give food or toys, whatever. But now, like since it got kind of dangerous, I think
Can't.
we can't. I don't know. It's the last time I went to Mexico, especially. We have so like I said, I'm 10 minutes away, and a lot of like people like to go. It's like a strip where it's like there's stores and whatnot. I don't even go there, but I plan to. I think it's cute. I haven't gone in years, but yeah.
It's the same thing where I'm from, El Paso. Shout out 915.
Ooh.
It's instead of Matamoros, we have Juarez, which is even
Okay.
like it was on Narcos and everything. It's crazy. Like most of my family lives on the other side of the border,
Okay.
and I've had to stop visiting them pretty much
Yeah.
because of how bad it got. Like in 2012, 2013 was like the height, and it's coming back right now. It's getting pretty bad. Like the cartel literally is like runs everything, and it's getting
Oh my God.
it's getting pretty. And people think like, oh my God, I'm so safe in Cancun, and like
Just
the
a
thing is
tourist bubble,
bro, they own Cancun. Literally,
Yeah.
they own the clubs, the taxis,
everything.
yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
Jeez,
So it's
I'm
it is
scared.
dangerous. But pivoting back to your influencer and your TikTok and all that, how did you feel about UT banning TikTok on their
UT.
servers?
On campus.
Or why? Do you know why that happened, or what would be your best guess as to why, and how do you feel about it?
My guess is that like less distraction, but honestly, my honest opinion is that like I didn't care. Like just get off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
literally,
easily.
it did not even like phase me. I have like my service still, so I kind of even forgot that they banned it. But yeah, just get off the Wi-Fi if you can, if your phone lets you. I don't know. But you can still see me on TikTok on campus.
But why do you think they would do that?
Honestly, it was just like really random. When I saw the news, I'm just like, for what? People are still gonna find a way to use it. But you know, students on camp, like TikTok, I'm telling you, it's like running our minds, I feel. I'm a victim of that. And I don't even know. Do you know?
As a government
said-
major, I'll step in and say there's some
I just Googled it.
geopolitical conflicts right now with China.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
The balloon.
TikTok is it's a big company, huge
Yeah.
company, but it's owned by a Chinese firm.
Yeah.
And with the way that laws are in China, they can access all of the data at any time, and TikTok is very egregious about their data collection policies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They basically know everything and anything about you, and therefore
The user agreements
Yeah.
are.
Ooh.
No one ever reads the privacy agreements
Yeah.
anyway, like
I
on
don't.
Snapchat or Instagram. But if the TikTok ones are crazy, I had a professor who was telling me, I don't think social media companies can like store your messages or index by them. They can probably just put them somewhere but not use them. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
But TikTok, what they do to get around that, which is kind of like clever, is they track your keystrokes.
yeah.
So they know what key you pressed and at what time, and they have the timing between keys, so they can
Yeah.
see when you put spaces, and like they
Oh my
can basically build your
God.
message like in 0 time.
They
So
know everything.
they
about
know
you.
everything.
Yo.
Which is crazy.
What? Yeah, I kind of like figured they probably like, know a lot of stuff. I'm like,
But do you care? I think that's the biggest
Do I-
question.
I
It's like,
really
do you
don't.
care?
no. Like I've heard like all this stuff forever. I'm like, okay, it's not like I'm typing. Like I'm not, you know, I don't have any secrets with me really.
Yeah.
Like if they want to know like my messages or anything, like it's nothing crazy at all.
I think for our generation, like we don't really care about data privacy as much.
No.
For
Maybe
the
we
older
should.
people, they do.
I think we probably should.
Maybe
We
we
should.
should.
Like
yeah.
I got banned from Snapchat, different story, but
What?
but
Hear about that.
whatever. But basically I asked it was an automatic permanent ban, so there's nothing I could do. I tried to appeal it, and I had this account for like 5 or 6 years. I had a huge what is it, like the stories, the My's only,
Memories.
or what's it called, memories?
Yeah.
Memories,
yeah, something like that. And I literally had documented my entire high school career of like
Life.
life, like
Oh, that's
basketball
neat.
games, parties, everything.
Yeah.
And all of it, and when it got deleted, I felt like I lost a part of me, low key, and I was like,
Yeah.
dang. So, and I emailed them, and they sent me a file with every picture, every video, every message, everything I ever had. And at that point I knew they collected data, but I was kind of shook. I was like surprised that they had somehow keep millions and millions and millions of people's entire file. And like, I assume if you like get a job at like the CIA or something, you think they could access that
Probably.
kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
that was crazy. I never really, of course I knew they collect data, but it's a
Yeah.
whole different thing when you actually see a huge file of all your own stuff, the good and the bad, and like everything in between.
Gosh. Yeah, they probably see like all my stuff. Yeah, I have I've had Snap all my memory. I'm big on like just saving like all my memories on Snap.
Yep.
So I would literally be so sad if that happened to me. But yeah, I've had memories since 6th grade. So hopefully that doesn't happen to me. But yeah, they probably get to see all my
And it's
Do
only
you-
getting
fun
worse.
memories.
Do you guys still use Snapchat?
I mean, I can't, so.
That's true.
Oh, so you never got it back?
No, and it's
Okay.
stuck to my
Phone number?
IEM number or something like
Mhm.
that. IEN, whatever, like the serial number of my phone. So unless I get a new device, I can't.
What did you do to get it banned?
I can't use
We
it.
can't talk about that on
No.
here.
Okay. Oh,
No, but
jeez.
I just real. It's getting worse, the data collection of big companies. And I had a professor tell me recently that the reason why that's happening more now is because as our computing power is going up, we can now use advanced models like AI and machine learning
Mhm.
to where they can actually draw connections between all the data that you use to more effectively advertise products,
Yeah.
to predict like there's even as a realtor, there's software they use where it's like it can track someone's Amazon purchases. If they're buying diapers, it'll score their home as more likely to sell sooner because they're going to have to upsize it. They start tracking literally everything that you do, and it's because of our computing power going up that we can finally do something with the data. So I feel like that's going to be an increasingly bigger problem, especially as an
Jeez.
influencer, because you basically have to document everything you do.
Oh yeah.
So like you have much more exposure to that than like the
Yeah.
average person probably does.
Yeah. Wow, that's scary. You guys are really open here.
So on a lighter note, do you have anything you want to leave the people with?
My main thing is to not be afraid to post. I know there's so many people like who wish they can do that, And I used to be that person. Like, I was scared. Like, I really loved it, but I was just always so caught up in, like, on what people would think of me. And the day that I stopped, I literally started flourishing in every aspect of my life. The day that I started to be myself, to be authentic, and to do whatever I wanted to do on there. So from here and moving forward, me having that mindset has just only helped me for the better. So if I can do it, he can do it. He can do it. I'm sure maybe you can do
Maybe.
it. So that's all I have to say.
Just to leave with something, what brand do you want to sponsor you?
Yeah.
Look right in the camera and
Ask
for it.
Manifest
Manifest it.
Geez, I don't know if I can renew that Hulu one and still get the hookups for the concerts. Let's renew Hulu. I will most definitely do it. Other than that, maybe like Celsius is cool. I have a friend who's doing that. That's really cool. I'm open to anything. But yeah.
All right, there you guys have it. Daniella Garza, thank you for
you
coming today.
guys.
And that was episode 3 of the Young Entrepreneurs Bible. See ya.